Yes, y'all. If you couldn't tell from the plans, we are doing another build. And honestly, I wanted to intermix a lot more woodworking videos in with the fishing. But it's been hot, y'all. Like 3,000 degrees in the garage. Got sweat and sawdust, just nah. But it's finally winter time, y'all. It's like 70, 60 degrees out. And it's great. So stay tuned. Check out the nice little surprise as we build these two nightstands. Let's get it. I like to start off with every project on my first cut. I call it the sacrificial cut. And that's just me trimming off the very slightest bit on the edge of the board. And that makes sure that every cut that I make from then on will be square based off of the fence and the blade of the saw. Once that sacrificial cut's made, I go ahead and mark out and cut the upright ends of the nightstand. This particular project, or this measurements I'm using, is 23.5 inches. And then with the board on top of the shelf of that, puts it roughly around 24.25 high. I'll do 3 to 4 measurements off of the baseline and then connect them with a straight edge to make sure it's a straight line. Then I cut the 12 inch of that same board for the top portion of the nightstand. Next, I measured out 10.5 inches. That is the inner measurements between the two uprights, and that'll be a lower shelf. Then I take a 1x6 and cut that same 10.5 inches. 2 of them, they're kind of like spreaders of a stool, and that'll be the supports for that bottom shelf. Yo, so we gotta take a break. I gotta show y'all this thing. So these little caterpillars, I thought they were normal caterpillars, y'all. No. Okay. Them little things, y'all. They got some hairs on them or spikes or something. Look, okay, I accidentally just grazed one. And that thing, guaranteed, put any money on it, that thing hurts worse than child labor. That ain't what you want, y'all. Be careful with them things. Back to it. After the boards are cut up, I drill my pocket holes. On the drill, if you can change your settings, go to the highest speed you can for drilling. So I knock out all the pocket holes, and time for assembly with some wood glue. I place some squares to help me make sure it's right. And very important when you're starting to put in the actual pocket screws, to adjust your drill to the lower settings. Not the lowest, but I drop mine down to 1 and then crank the gear over to around a 7. So square everything up, glue it in place, clamp it, and pocket holes. And we fill in all the holes with wood filler. So calling it a wrap for day 1. Got kind of a lot done today, y'all. Built it. Everything built, put together. The wood filler that y'all saw me doing, it's just like a putty to fill in all the holes. Doesn't have to look pretty, because tomorrow you see any little gaps, any blemishes in the wood, you fill in. And tomorrow we're gonna be blasting it with a sander and possibly staining. And then we'll show you the little surprise addition to this thing that I threw in. Till tomorrow, y'all. Yes, y'all, day 2. So, back out here. Check it. So, the wood putty dried since last night. You know, all that's got left today, we're gonna blast it with a sander. I got 2 different grits. We're gonna go, I think it's 180 and then 320. You'll just get a quick clip of that. You know, you watch 20 seconds of sanding, you watch 3 hours of it. So we'll sand it down, get y'all a quick clip of it, and then get to staining. Let's get it. Yeah, real quick correction before I start, y'all. It is 80 grit. 80 grit. Forgive this. So I'm really hoping this dust settled from sanding. You know, I done hit everything with the rough sand, that 80 grit. Now before I hit the fine stuff, I am gonna round off the top here. Just give it a rounded edge, more of a finished look. Got a router with the round over bit. So let's take a look at how that part goes. And I'm no pro, y'all. Be nice in the comments. Round it over. Nice. It's in the fine details, you know? Yeah. So I'm gonna knock out the other one and hit it with the fine sand. Yeah. So that took a little bit longer than expected, you know? All sanded up though with the fine 320? Yeah, 320 grit. So everything's sanded up. Now we're about to blast it and hit it with some classic gray on the stain. And yeah, y'all check it out. Yeah, so took a quick dinner break and well, let me rewind. Before the break, before I stopped for dinner, I did stain the inside of this after, you know, all the sanding was done. And I'm using this Minwax. It's more like a paint, man. I don't know, man. I am not impressed, y'all. It's a solid color stain. It says that it's 5 times thicker for less applications. And yeah, I prefer regular stain over this. This one is, the consistency is more like a paint, if that makes sense to y'all. But I mean, it's going on decent with the sponge brush. The rag didn't work. Natural hairbrush didn't work. The sponge brush is the best thing to get it on there. I mean, it's getting the job done, man, but I don't know if I'm too happy about it. But back to the staining, dog. Let's go. Y'all get the point. Let me finish this up. Yes, we are. Actually, hold on 1 second. Okay, for real this time. Yeah, these things finished up just in time for Christmas, and it's great because they're going to my brother and sister-in-law. And yeah, let's see what we got, y'all. So where we left off before was the staining. Since then, we have added a coat of polyurethane for the clear coat and protectant. And like I said, I had a surprise for y'all. It was thrown in. Boom. Nice little compartments for them there. Hinges on the back side. Yeah. And that's all we got, y'all. Appreciate you checking out the build. If you celebrate it, definitely a Merry Christmas. And let's get these things delivered just in time. Till next time, y'all. Peace.